Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics, and I have an unboxing I'd like to do for you. It's technically not a box, but not many people call them unbagging or unpackaging because it just sounds weird. So, I got a key comic that I think I bought just in time. These are books I already own, but for the price I got for these, it was actually a bid on an auction, and I believe, the only bidder. I'm not sure, but for the price I got for these, I'm actually pretty amazed by it. So I'm looking forward to doing the unboxing, and thank goodness for PayPal credit. The good thing is it's not a very expensive purchase, so I don't have to worry about it. But hey, every little bit counts. So while I'm waiting for people to see that I am live, whether you're watching this later on or you are watching it, beginning to watch it live, if you want to critique the AI art, I thought this one would be a little cool. We got Wolverine dressed up in a Boston Red Sox outfit fighting the Incredible Hulk. I think it's appropriate. I mean, I am a Yankee fan, and whether people like the Yankees or not, I mean, if you're a true purist baseball purist, you will no one will deny that the Yankees are the juggernaut, but you can't rule out Boston. They are scrappy and everything, and they were the only team to ever beat the Yankees down 3-0 in the playoffs, so I give them a lot of respect for that. And I think that's an appropriate image. Obviously, that's paying homage the best I could do with the Wolverine versus Hulk image, and I'd love to hear your opinion of it. But while we're again waiting, I always want to give a shout out to my Patreon members. If you want to support my channel and also help me support the 20 to 25 stray cats that I not only feed twice a day, every day, but also pay for vet bills and medicines and things like that to make sure they're healthy, got them all fixed so they do not continue the problems. I'm basically taking care of what other people threw away, which I think is disgusting. But if you want to help support that and help me feed them and take care of these animals that, you know, are here because they have no choice, you can join me at patreon.com/we love comics. Any amount is thoroughly grateful. Do not ever apologize if you can only do the minimum or you can only do it for 1 month. Every little bit does help, and you will get a shout out every single video. And I'll either use your name, or if you'd prefer me to promote your YouTube channel or social network or eBay store or something like that, just let me know ahead of time at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Got no problem doing that at all. So let's give a shout out to Seth, Michael B, James R, Dan L, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Jason B. Last two, also Kim. I don't know why Kim is not on there. Forgive me for that. I got to put that as number 10. So we're going to fix that. So shout out to Kim as well. I apologize. Um, the last two both have Instagram accounts, so check out Scott at Scott WU077. So again, that's Scott WU077. And then last but not least, Silver Age Surfer underscore comics, also on Instagram. Just tell them that We Love Comics sent you. So big shout out to Kim. My apologies for some reason not having it on there. I guess when I was checking the Patreon, because I know your name isn't on there because you send me cards every month. So I guess I don't know, that's a brain fart on my end, so apologize for that. So we're at the halfway point. If we can get to 20 people that join my We Love Comics Patreon and can even do, like I said, the bare minimum, I got some giveaways I want to give away. So we're halfway there. So again, no minimum to enter the contests, but you'll get one entry for every $2 you put into your We Love Comics Patreon account. So again, that's patreon.com/We Love Comics. Looking to do some trades. Have not gotten one yet, but I am going to be persistent with this. I am not going to give up. Um, it's a great way for two people to be able to acquire very expensive comics without having to spend a dollar other than shipping, unless you live in the Florida area and want to travel. That's no problem either. Um, it's a good way to save literally hundreds and hundreds of dollars in extra fees and taxes. And at the end of the year, you don't have to report any trades as any kind of income. So it's a great way to save yourself a lot of money. So if you have any of these books or know anybody that has these books, um, the majority of my comics and collectibles are up for grabs. So as long as it's an even trade, I have no problem with it, the very least considering it. As much as I would love any of these comics, I'm not going to give $10,000 over just to make a trade. So it's got to be fair. So as long as it's fair, I'll make a deal with you. So if you want to contact me again, it's peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. So I see a couple of people are in the live chat. So let's say hello. And speaking of live chat, if you're watching this live, stay until the end because I always do a surprise subscriber shout out. You do not have to be a subscriber unless you want to. You don't have to hit the thumbs up if you don't want to, but that'd be great if you do. You can hit the thumbs down if you want. But at the end of the video, anybody that's in the live chat, I will randomly pick two people out of the live chat and they will be the surprise subscriber shout outs. So the more you comment, the more likely I am to catch you and give you that little shout out. So if you appreciate that, join the live chat. Also, last minute, but there's still time to order my comic book mystery boxes. I've had three orders that have been sent out recently. If anybody that does them does a video doing an unboxing, let me know. Send me the link and I will share it with everybody and hopefully get you some subscribers and some viewers. But um, if there's still time for me to send it priority mail to get it before Christmas. So if you're looking for a nice Christmas present for somebody that loves comics, whether to read them or collect them, or even for yourself, just go to the website that I put in the live chat. It's also in the description of this in any video. Once you go to the website, you'll see pyramids and soaps and necklaces and things like that. That is my website. That is the right place. You just got to scroll down all the way near the bottom where you'll see the comic book section. Each package has 20 comics in it, and it ranges anywhere from a $25 mystery box, which is a basic package, which is basically reader comics, all the way up to a $5,000 package where you're getting nothing but key issues. Um, until the end of this year, if you buy any package, you'll get an extra comic automatically for free. So you'll get 21 comics instead of 20. And if you're buying the bigger packages, you're going to not get a free comic that's a dollar comic. You're going to get something that is definitely worth it. So you don't even have to mention it. You just have to place an order between now and New Year's, and I will automatically put in a bonus comic with your order. And again, if you order before the end of this week, I can pretty much guarantee it'll get there before Christmas. The next day or so, I can pretty much guarantee it. After that, I mean, if it's not a priority to get it exactly before Christmas, that doesn't matter, but I will send it priority mail for you. So shout out to GT Key Comic, Daniel Cochran, both moderators. Welcome. Give me a second. I want to make sure I have this on live chat so I can see everybody. Okay, so, oh, there we go. We got Dalsk. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. BLN is here. And that's it for the moment. All right, so let's put on the video camera. Now, what I always recommend is for these kind of videos, well, not always, but a lot of times I'll ask, what price would you have paid for this? So what I would recommend while I'm opening this package up is open your computer to eBay so you can check sales of this book that have happened or are already for sale. Because obviously, if I say, what would you be willing to pay for a book? If everybody had their way, everybody'd want to get an Amazing Fantasy 15 for $1.95. The difference between what you want and what you'll get are two different things. So I always recommend to people to go on eBay and look under sold comics so you can get a general idea. Now remember, even when you look at the prices, remember you have to also add the eBay tax and then whatever shipping charges. So in the comment section, once I show these, and I had a feeling this person didn't put them in individual bags and boards, which kind of stinks, but I had a feeling. But that's no big deal. I can always put bags and boards because I'm sure if you're a comic collector like me, you have plenty of them to spare. So in the live chat, once I show these, or later on, if you're watching this later in the comment section, tell me what would be the most you would have paid for this bundle, including shipping and handling. And then, of course, I will tell you what I paid. Now, this person just put them in a generic bag, all lumped together. So let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So these are all mid-grade books. So it's going to be about between a 5 and a 6. One book looks like it's going to be a 3. And, I knew that when I was buying it. So I'm not worried about that. So let's show the books. And then you could put, before I give the price, what you think you would have paid for this. All right. So the first one is Incredible Hulk number 349. This is a newsstand variant. Now, I know one or two of these have significance, and I'm going to check, make sure they're not Mark Julas variants, because they didn't say, but you never know. So we have, if anybody knows any significance of any of these, let me know, because I know one or two of these have significance. So 349 newsstand, again, about mid-grade. We have Incredible Hulk 348, again, also in newsstand, mid-grade. 347 Incredible Hulk, again, newsstand. This one looks probably in a fine, very fine. This one looks like very fine. Hulk 348. That is a Todd McFarlane. Again, also newsstand. This one looks like probably a 6.0 area. Same book, a little bit lesser grade. This one looks to be about the 3.5 to 4.5. But I love this cover. I bought this cover price when I was a kid. I probably still own it. This is Hulk number 345. Absolutely. And again, newsstand variant. Love that cover. That to me is an iconic cover. McFarlane has definitely done that. This one looks like very fine near mint. I think this one does have significance to it. Hulk 344. Also, again, newsstand variant. This one seems to be the best one of the bunch. Some of these can be improved with pressings. This looks probably, again, about mid-grade. Hulk 343. Pino, good to see you. Daleks, good to see you. Oh, he says he's been here a few times. Excellent. Again, another newsstand. This again, about mid-grade. Hulk 342. Again, newsstand. So I guess you guys see where this is going. This one looks like actually it might be, no, because the back has some, probably around the 7.5-ish to an 8.0. This is Hulk 341. This one is not a newsstand, but there's a second 341, which is a newsstand. Looks to be about a 5.0. And then I'm sure you can gather what the last two are. Hulk 340. Probably 6.0 to 6.5. Arguably one of Todd McFarlane's most iconic covers. You could also say Amazing Spider-Man 300. And then last but not least, probably a 5.0, a second Hulk 340 in a newsstand variant. Daniel says, is it just me or am I the only one waiting for why Chris bought this? I bought it because I always get good deals, but I'd love to see what you think. So now you've seen the books, issues 349 to issues 340. Majority of them are the 5.0s and up. One or two of them are in the very fine, maybe near mint range. But I got not one, but two Incredible Hulk number 340s. Like I said, probably about 5.0 to a 6. Newsstand and regular. So check on eBay first, but I want to see in the live chat or in the comment section later on, I'll give it a minute or two, what would be the most you would have paid for that set? And again, remember your total should include the shipping and handling and taxes. Well, I'm not Daniel, I'm not saying what your guess is. I'm saying if you were to buy that set, if you saw it on eBay, what would be the most you would have paid for that set? So you saying you would have paid 300 or are you guessing what I paid for it? I mean, you could do either one, doesn't matter. I like the audience participation, so Daniel is saying he thinks I paid 300 for that. Now, you saying 300 plus shipping and handling and taxes or 300 in total? All right, so James Logan said my most again, he said 300. So I'll give it a minute or two to get people to check. And this is the reason I ask for prices and everything is I want people to get used to going on places like eBay to see what things are going for and what things have been sold for. So you'll know if something is a good deal or not. So that's why I want this kind of thing for people to check. And that's why when I do my comic book auctions, I'm probably the only person that says while they're doing the auction to go on eBay to verify the prices that I am selling my books for are at the bottom or below the bottom of one of those books being sold in that particular grade, provided it's a graded book, which is majority of the books that I sell nowadays. Let's see. James Logan says, I guess you paid 200. What would you have paid, Logan? James. GTK Comic says, if your purchase history is any indicator, I am sure you got a great deal on this. Well, we'll find out and you'll let me know. GTK Comic says you have a nose for sniffing out awesome deals. What are you trying to say? I have a nice little schnoz. Daniel says, with shipping and tax, maybe 400. All right, so people are saying basically between 200, between 200 and 400. So the average people would probably pay for this is 300. Remember, plus shipping and handling and taxes. Now, again, I have to use bag and boards for this, but that's no big deal. That's what, 20 cents worth of stuff. This is what I paid for it. Now, keep in mind, this was not a best offer. This was an auction. I paid with shipping and handling, with tax, $137.50 for all 13 of those books. I believe I was the only bidder. So that comes out to $10.57 each. Now, I checked on eBay before I won this, and even in lower grade, those books, the ones that don't have any major significance, have sold for around $10. So to get basically just these two books, again, they're mid-grade. I'm not going to lie. This one's not in good as condition. This one's about a 5. This one's probably a 5.5. It does have, yeah, it does have, it looks like somebody put this one in the sunlight, so they probably hung it on the wall. These are probably both 5.0s. But even still, to have two of these for that price alone would have made it worth it. And I do know a couple of those other books have some minor significances. So for me to get that for $137.50, which averages out to $10.57 a comic, I mean, I can't say a steal, but considering on eBay and considering that's with tax and with shipping, deals are always out there. And that's one of the reasons why I want people, when I do these kind of unboxing videos, I want them to be able to verify on eBay and check. So you get used to that. So you know quickly if something is a good deal or not. If you don't know, you could miss out on opportunities. And I'm sure there were people probably looking at that, not sure, and didn't they passed up on it, and I took advantage of it. Now, am I going to retire off of these books? No, but I can easily turn around and sell these for, if somebody was willing to pay between $300 and $400, I can at least double my money if I want to sell them right now. So that to me suggests a good deal. Dowsk says, I wonder what could have been the title for the lot on eBay for no people to have bid on this. You know what? I will go on my eBay page. I'm not going to show it to you, obviously, but let's see. I'll tell you what it says. Let me just scroll down. Okay. The thumbnail image that the person put shows all of the comics, including the 340. But they kind of hid the second ones to where you could barely tell they're there. But if you scroll through all the images, um, you'll see them. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I wasn't the only bidder. There's another comic I won recently where I was the only bidder, so I wasn't sure. So there were actually, and this is actually makes it even funnier. There were 32 bids, so I wasn't the only bidder. But the title says Marvel Comics: The Incredible Hulk Lot 13 comic books. So they did not mention the fact that there's a Hulk 340. So if somebody was typing into eBay search engine Hulk 340, this probably would not have come up. And that's why I always tell people, I have videos from years ago telling my secrets on how I win on eBay. And I always tell people, I just put in the title comics. I don't write a specific title. Because again, if you're looking for Hulk 340 and you type in Hulk 340, this auction wouldn't have came up. So it does show there were 32 bidders, and they did write poor to good condition. I would say they're in good to very fine condition, but I'm sure they wanted to make sure they protected themselves. So I would say, like, the lowest one is that I think it's Hulk 345, the iconic cover with Hulk pushing away the Hulk image. That one's probably a 3.5 to 4.5. But on average, I think these books are between a 5.0 and a 6.5. Uh, one or two of them would be in the 7.5 to 8.5 range. So 32 bids means people did not bid with confidence that this would have value to it. And I don't know what the last bid was. Let me see, because it does break down the bids. Let's see what the highest bid was before I won. Because I know how to bid, the last bidder went to $126. So I don't remember what my total amount. I think I put like 152, because you have to understand how people bid. Um, and that's why I win so many times. My theory is I have a specific price I'm willing to pay, and I will not go over it. So if I lose, then I don't care, because you'll always have another auction unless it's some rare book or the deal is worth another $10, $20 or $100 considering the book. But there were almost 40 bidders, and people barely bid. For the longest time of the bids, the majority of the bids, let me see, not including mine, only one, two, three, four, only 5 bidders out of 32 bidders bid over $100. So everybody else that bid did not think that $100 was warranted for these books, which to me is comical. But the beautiful thing about the majority of people who don't take the time to research, who don't know the value of comics, who don't take the time to look at the entire auction, end up missing out on deals that, as you can see in the live chat, Some people were willing to pay more than double what I paid for it. This is what I want to instill in people, to know about value. And low grade books, as I always say, low grade is better than no grade. And you could make money on low grade books provided you get good deals, because low grade books are more affordable, which means more people have access to purchase them. And like I said, without grading these or anything, I could literally put these in bags and boards if I wanted to and sell these with a starting bid of 300, and I could sell it. And that would mean I would double my money without doing anything, provided people didn't get into a bidding war. Because, like you saw, there were people saying between $300 and $400 for this, so it could go even higher. Because the people that are on this channel know value, and they know comics that have significance. So, like I said, it's not just Hulk 340 that has value. Those two have the most value of the set, but I know there's at least one or two more of these that have some value. And the fact that they're also newsstands makes them not rare, but rarer. Now, I think there's two comics that were not newsstands, but each one of those had a newsstand as well. So there are some duplicates. So I would have been happy if there was just one Incredible Hulk 340. Now, I assumed both Hulk 340s were newsstands because they didn't show the bottom part of the other one. They kind of just, this is kind of how they showed the images. It was kind of like this. So I knew that one of them had the newsstand. Oh, let me show. So it was kind of like this. And even in the pictures, like he took the pictures with the duplicates like this. So unless you were paying attention, you wouldn't even know there was another book that was the same. But he did put it, or she did put it, in the description. So it's not like people couldn't have found out. So there is another auction win that I did, that I won, that I'll do another day, that I was the only bidder. And again, I'm very shocked at that one, but I wasn't sure if it was that one or this one. I should have looked first, so my bad on that. But to get all of those books, again, with shipping and handling and with eBay taxes for $137.50, to me is a no-brainer. And how many people, the 31 other people that did not think going up to $137 was warranted for those books? Stinks for them, but benefits people like me. And that's what I want to instill in you guys and gals, that if you know what you're talking about, if you take the time to research and you understand value, not understand, well, I would pay this much. Again, if somebody's selling an Amazing Fantasy 15, even a coverless one, how many people wouldn't want to buy that for $100? But you're not going to buy it for $100. So you have to keep it also in realistic goals. So a book like a set like that, somebody could say, "Oh yeah, I would love to pay $50." Well, who wouldn't? Realistically, you have to see, okay, what have these books sold for? Because this book alone in mid grade as a newsstand sells for about $100 to $125 in mid grade. So you have to know what you're doing. And that's why I do these videos. I don't do it to brag. Now, there are many channels out there with people that have thousands of dollars in their bank accounts, or maybe come from wealthy families, or have incredibly successful businesses where they can afford to buy a $25,000 comic and show it to the world. My channel is to show people that have a limited budget that you can still find deals and still make money. And you can take books like these, turn around and sell them, make more money than what you paid for it, and buy a better book, and then so on, and increase your books from going from minor keys to a major key. So my channel is all about showing people that may not have millions of dollars in their bank account, or may not have a wealthy family, or may not have, $20,000 in their wallet, burning a hole in their wallet waiting for it to be spent. I'm trying to show the average Joe or Joanne that even if you are like me, who have bought these on PayPal credit, that you could still find deals and still be able to make money that you can turn around and buy better books with. And that is how you can build up and get the books like I have. I don't have $1 million bank account. And you see, over the years, it's taken me a decade or so because I got back into comics. I mean, I was collecting back in the 80s and 90s, but stopped around probably around 96, 97 because I didn't like the computer generated covers they were making and there was the comic book crash. But between like 96 and 97 through 2000, through almost all of 2016, I knew nothing about comics, didn't care about them, didn't think about them, didn't buy one. So I got back into collecting comics around October, I would say, September or October of 2016. And the majority of the books you've seen in my videos, I've purchased during that time. So it's taken me almost a decade to get these things. But a lot of it is because I was able to buy cheaper books, know the deals, was able to sit on them for years, turn around and sell them for major profits, and use that money to buy better books. Again, you could watch a channel where somebody has lots of money and can spend thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, that's not a hard thing to achieve. But can you buy very nice looking books without having the income to do it? Like I say all the time, it's like that episode of The Office where Dwight Schrute, say that 10 times fast. They had an episode where they were doing like a yard sale in the office warehouse, and all the people that worked there were selling some of their items. And Dwight Schrute said, "I'm going to turn this paperclip into something more valuable." Now, how did he do it? By saying, "Okay, I'll trade you this paperclip for something just a little bit better that somebody may have needed the paperclip for." And then he took that particular thing, traded it for something a little bit better. And at the end, he ultimately ended up getting a telescope. So he was able to get a 1 cent item at best and turn it into a multi-$100 purchase without having to spend a dime. Now, of course, because it's a comedy and they can't have him win, he ultimately sells it for magic baked beans at the end, magic beans. So he lost it all. But the point is, he still got to that point. So anybody can go buy a telescope. Let's say the telescope was worth $200. Anybody can go out and buy a $200 telescope. But can you use something like a 1 cent paperclip to trade up to buy that $200 telescope, which ultimately cost you 1 cent? That is what this channel's all about. So none of these are Mark Jewelers, so that's okay. It's always good to check just to make sure, but the majority of these, I think about 11 or 12 of them are newsstands. And again, mid-grade, some are a little bit lower, but still, for the price I paid, definitely think I can make some money on it and upgrade to get a better comic. And that's what I want to instill in people. You don't have to have a $1 million trust fund. You don't have to marry into money. You don't have to have a successful $1 million business to get comics that you want. You just have to know what you're doing, take the time and effort, swipe a deal if you can get it, and know a deal when you see it. It takes research, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes enthusiasm. And if you don't have all those things, you're going to fail more times than you succeed. And I want nothing but all of you to succeed. So to help me succeed, you can hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I'll leave that up to you. If you want to critique the AI art, I would love to hear your opinion. This is one of the few times where the AI art pretty much tells you what book it is. I'm sure most people, when they see it, they're going to think it's Hulk 181. I'd love to own another copy of that book, but I can promise you I probably would not be able to find one for $130, even a coverless one without the Marvel value stamp. But hey, you never know. But let's give a surprise subscriber shout out to two of our members in the live chat. We're going to go with Dalsk as number one, and we're going to go with James Logan as number two. And you know what? I haven't seen this name in a little bit. We're going to go with Mr. E, the low grade king. All three of you are today's surprise subscriber shout outs, which means once this video uploads in the comment section, you can, if you so choose, place a link to your YouTube channel if you have one. If you'd rather do a link to one of your social networks, you can do that instead. Or if you sell anything on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, etc., etc., if you'd prefer to do a link to one of your eBay sales, please do. I'll leave it up to you which link you prefer. Keep in mind, all links will not show up right away. I know how to avoid spammers and trolls, so it will automatically go to spam. I have to approve it. It cannot be anything of adult nature. It has to be whether you're selling, it doesn't have to be comic book related, but that will do the best here because this is a comic book channel. But as long as it's, for example, if you sell socks on eBay or if you have a YouTube channel telling people how to fix refrigerators, or if you have an Instagram account that talks about, you know, how you love running and jogging, no problem, but it has to be suitable for all ages. So if you see a link in the comment section, it means that I did take the time to verify it. It will not be something where you click on it and it sends you to somewhere website that's inappropriate. So if you see a link, go support our fellow YouTubers and show them that that's what a real community is all about. Not people that say it's a community, it's ones that create a community. So if you like this stuff, you can hit the thumbs up. If you don't, you can hit the thumbs down. Let's see. Take the time once this video uploads. I take it as a personal favor for people to either critique the AI art, positive or negative, or what you think about the deal that I got. Would you have paid for that price? Do you think I overpaid? Do you think I got a deal? I value your opinions. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, it is not you. It is not I. It is we love comics. Next video coming in another day or so, so be prepared. Don't forget, if you want to get my mystery boxes, the link again is in the live chat. It's also in the description of this and every video. To order my comic book mystery boxes, you can click on the link. It'll take you to my website. Just scroll all the way to the bottom so you can see the comic book section. And if you order between now and the end of the week, I can pretty much guarantee that it will be arrive before Christmas because I'm going to send it priority mail. After that, I cannot guarantee it because, there's going to be a lot of people sending packages. And any package, regardless of the size of it, instead of 20 comics in each mystery box, you'll get a bonus one between now and New Year's Eve. So if you want to buy yourself a treat or buy it for somebody as a holiday present, it's a great way to buy people who love comics because I will make sure you're happy with your purchase. So hope you all have a great day.